Hello and welcome to another update video about Phantom. Yeah, Phantom, really all I can tell you is that it continues to extend higher. We still only have 3 waves. That bears the risk, especially if we come down much higher, that all of this is going to be just a corrective pump. It often, from experience, if you see these extensions, these rallies without any, it's not a healthy structure. I have to tell you, it's not a healthy structure because you want those setbacks and you want to bring those indicators down eventually. Otherwise, there is a risk, an increased risk, that this is going to, not hold any pullbacks because it will overheat so much that massive profit taking will start and it may not hold those key support areas. Now, I will have to move the wave 4 support up. In the bullish count, this here would be a 1, 2, 3. The 4 obviously coming and the 5. So I'm still missing 5 waves. From where we are now, the support box would be between 54.6 and 42.4 cents. So this is what it would need to hold if it comes down in the 4th. But I'm so happy that this extends so much because I did warn you that a break above 50 cents will kickstart a rally possibly to 70 cents. Yeah, why 70? Because if we zoom out, this is where the, basically after this insufficiency of historical volume, the next spike is. So I think we could see a reaction to the 500% extension here at 70 cents, but it's so funny that you see how relevant these fib extensions are. I think we hit obviously 50, then we broke above 50. We reached the next fib extension, which was here the 3.618, retested the 50 cent level, rallied to the 400% extension perfectly at 60 cents. Now we rally to the next extension at 66. So yeah, it's great for anybody who's got some FTM. And this could, in the next step, rally to 70 and then 76. So it runs as long as it runs. I can only tell you at the moment there is no top in place. Yesterday I mentioned to you as well that I had no top in place yet. Or was it the day before? When I made the last video I said to you there is no indication it has topped yet, but be ready for a substantial reversal at any time when we see a signal. For example, divergence, but the divergence is only an indication, bearish divergence. We need an indication, for example, a confirmation, like for example, a break of a trend line like this one. It's quite a well-defined trend line. We're currently extending away from it, but a break of that could probably send us down in the 4th wave or maybe even lower. So be ready here. This is massively overheated, but I had a comment I read it in the comment section after the last video that it can't go up further because it's, the RSI is so high. Now the RSI, it's one of the misconceptions of especially retail traders who think that just an overheated RSI means that the chart can't go any higher. Actually, it's the opposite. An overheated RSI purely means that a chart is in a strong uptrend. Had you exited the trade when you had the strongest reading, which was down here at round about 35 cents, you would be screaming now. And that's why indicators, they are from the 80s, the 90s or wherever. They don't really work anymore too well in these markets, but they can be used to confirm price action and to confirm wave counts, but I would never use them to determine an Elliott wave count. And therefore I think, the Elliott waves are really the way to go, because you can't, indicators here and there, okay, and they can help you and everything, and just be careful with them, okay? And don't just use an overheated reading or an overbought reading and say I have to start to scale out of a trade. It's the worst thing you can do, because it just means it's in a strong trend and you don't want to exit in a trend. You want to ride the trend ideally until the end. So yeah, this is starting to get interesting here around 66 cents now. Again, no indication it has topped. This can still rally higher, and all of these are extensions of the 3rd wave. And I told you next target 70 and then 76. So that's where we are. And I'm really curious to see what's going to happen around the 70 cent level. the major spike here is around the 5.618 extension. So at the latest there, I would be looking at a move down. But of course, nobody knows the future. That's what I would personally expect, because this is the next spike. Now, if we don't even stop there, yeah, if you zoom out, I mean, there is not much structure there. So there is not a lot of historical volume, not a lot of support and resistance until we really, and not a lot of structure until we get sort of here to 113. That's significant wave A low and this low, around the $1 level, I would say, But yeah, it's getting interesting. Certainly no sign of stopping here. And the MACD and the MACD is going higher. Yeah, still momentum going up. Yeah, no sign of exhaustion. Here on the daily RSI, I mean, you see now a bearish divergence compared to the lower high and the higher high on the price and the lower high on the RSI. That could be an indication that things are starting to slow down, but the MACD is still pushing higher, so not really yet. Even the higher time frames are pushing. Yeah. So yeah, it's interesting. It is getting interesting here for Phantom as well. And the monthly, if that's going to make a bullish crossover, wow, I mean, it's going to get interesting. But again, also only 3 waves up at the moment. And therefore, based on price action alone, we can't say the bear market low was in, but certainly an impressive rally. And certainly something to observe further. Yeah. And I'm waiting for that wave 4, and then we should get a wave 5. And when we have 5 waves, at least we have a first indication that the bear market low is in, because at the moment all we have is green candles without a lot of structure. But this doesn't matter, we still have, since the breakout down here, a major rally, and there is no sign currently of stopping. And I gave you my view of the next targets and resistances. Okay, that's my update about Phantom. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.